Hi everyone, so I know a lot of you had requested a video and I had done it already, but for some reason it did not want to upload, so this is going to be a second video. Now, since I had done the video like 2 or 3 days ago, I already had done my my eyebrows, so that's probably why you see them like a little bit trimmed, but they're growing out again. Now I'm gonna try to give you as much detail as possible, so if you're the type of person that you don't like detail or a lot of rambling, I suggest you fast forward this video. Okay, let me see. So I used to use tweezers to actually do my eyebrows, and I strongly suggest that if you actually do that, don't, because if you were to look at my pictures when I was little, I used to have so many hairs on my eyebrows that it was to the point where I think I could have done any eyebrow shape or any eyebrow style that I wanted. And now I'm pretty stuck with this kind of style for now, because you can't see it now, but my hairs only grow here, like all this here, and it doesn't grow as much here anymore, just because I used to pluck them all the time. And when you're a teen, you think that thin is cool, but as you grow older, I realized that those hairs don't grow back, and if they do, it takes a very long time for you to actually get them back, unless you take some type of vitamins to make them grow back. But yeah, so if you tweeze your eyebrows, or if you go to get them threaded, I mean, it's fine. I'm not telling you, oh my god, no, it's a bad thing. It's okay if you know for sure that you're gonna have that same hairstyle, eyebrow style every time. But if you're a person like me that likes to, make different eyebrow styles every time, then I suggest that you just use one of these. I forgot what these are called, but this is what they use at the barber shop. So it's like this, you open it, and it's a blade. Is it a razor blade? I'm not sure. It probably is. So this is what I use now. I've been using this since I was like 19. Not this one, but this is how I've been doing it since I was 19. Because, I've been doing a lot of stuff to my face, and now as I grow older, I'm starting to understand certain things, and that's why I'm doing this video, so that you could learn ahead of time. Anyway, okay, so if I wouldn't have had my hair, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm having like brain farts. Okay, so if my hairs were all out, I would have showed you how I do it, but I'm just gonna go over it for now. And basically, if you're the type of person that you don't have like a lot of skills, I suggest you go to a professional first, and then if you don't want to keep on going and you want to do it yourself, I suggest that you as soon as they grow, you keep on maintaining them. Just follow the same outline that the professional person did, and then you'll be good. That's how I actually did it when I was 13. I would go to somebody, or I would make my mom do them, because my mom's pretty good at doing it, and I then would do it myself. I failed a lot, so trust me, I'm not no perfect person. I failed terribly at doing my eyebrows. So yeah, right now they're really thin, and I don't really like them thin anymore. That was back then when I was little, or younger, whatever. So now you have two ways. You can either trace them, fill them in like how you want them if you have really thin eyebrows, And so fill them in first, and then after you're done with the desired shape that you want, then you could go after and, you know, shave whatever you don't want. Or you can just do it first if you already have like the shape that you want. You could do it and then fill them in after. So it's up to you. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. But I usually, since I already know how I want them filled in, I shave them first. Sometimes, you know, if I forget, I just do it after, but that's how I do it. So I'm not gonna do it now because they're pretty short, so it's not gonna really matter what I do. But yeah, I forgot. So right here, so I would just take that out, you know, just, and then it's pretty easy because since it's at a straight line, you can just do it like this. And then I do right here on the top, which I'm not gonna do, I'm just demonstrating. Then I do here on the side. And then I really don't touch this middle part. Ooh, good. Ashy. I really don't try to, you know, unless I have like a lot of hairs, I try not to trim that part. But here, I always leave those hairs because I feel like if I cut them, my eyebrow starts way back. And if I don't, I mean, if I leave the hairs, I don't know. I'm weird, don't mind me. So then, you know, this side, you start from this side. So, oh, another thing. I have this, okay? This is actually the tip of a old mascara that I used to have. So when it actually got old and dried out, I washed it. And then, so now I just have this part. It was like a really cheap mascara. And then what I do when I'm actually trimming, you could also use a toothbrush actually, but I usually brush my hairs up. Now you can't really see it because I already did this for the other video, but if they're really, really grown, I take little scissors that I have and I trim it, so that way if your hairs decide to move, you know, it's not that bad. Or like if they go down, it's not that bad either. Now I'm actually gonna fill them in since I really don't have anything else to do. Okay, so right now, what basically my updated routine would be my liner shader brush from Younique, which I think it really helps a lot. And it has one end like this, an angled brush, and then the other side, which is for like eyeshadow. And this is what I've been using so far. But yeah. Okay, so that's the brush I use. And right now I've been testing or playing around with 3 different colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 3 different colors that I go from, and then a concealer color and a pigment color. So I'm gonna start with actually, so if you, okay, I don't know if you can see this. You see that? I just use that much. So right now I don't have the rose water with me, but if you were to get all the products from Younique, the pigments are way better, are more pigmented if you were to use a rose water with them. So right now what I've been doing is using just water, which it doesn't really do the same, how you call this? It's not the same thing, but it's kind of like the same thing, if you get what I'm saying. So I just wet the brush and then I collect all the pigment with the wet brush. And since I've been doing 3 colors, I always start with the darkest one first and then work my way to the lightest one. So right now The one I am using is actually called Corrupted. You see that? It takes a while for my camera to actually do it, but anyway. Okay, so this, I'm going to warn you, it takes a lot of practice. Now, I'm not gonna brag or anything, but what has helped me personally is that I am pretty good with art and drawing, so I have a steady hand for it. But if you don't, just place your hand, you know, your pinky and your ring finger on your cheek, and then just practice. One day, just sit down in front of your mirror and practice. So I'm going to show you how we do it, and I'm going to stay quiet just because you really need concentration. So, okay, the rule of thumb, which I don't really have a rule right now, but the rule of thumb to know like how to arch your eyebrow and all that stuff is to go based on your nose. So I like to start from that, you see right here, the little line I have. I like to start from there, and you see how I already have my hairs there, and then I go over my eyeball if I'm looking straight, and you see how the other arch is right here, and then the end of my eye, which, you know, I always cut them shorter. I don't like them that long, I don't know, but I still paint them that long. Anywho, so okay, so I start right here, and then I just fill in what I want to fill in. So I always start with the bottom, and then go all the way down. You see? And then I go back, and then do it all over again. And then go on top up here. And then you can arch it how you want it. You could do it round. And then just connect it at the bottom. So that's my base right now. You see? So then I'm done with the black one. Now I'm going to use Infatuated. And then I do the same thing. I wet it with water. Collect all the pigment that I need. And I like it because it actually forms like a little paste. And then I just trace. And I'm actually not in front of my mirror, so if it looked kind of weird, then forgive me. Okay, so looking good so far. Okay. So if I ever mess up, I take a Q-tip, I wet it, and then let's say I did that. Oh, well, you can't see it, but I did that, right? I just go with my Q-tip. Or let's say the brush that you're using is like it's not thin at the end, so you can actually make your own little tail with the Q-tip. And that I learned from my mommy. Okay, so let me fix this here. And it usually doesn't take this long, but I'm taking a long time just because I'm, you know, telling you how to do it. But see, compared to this, how that is. Now I know these pigments, you could see like my skin, but these pigments actually, the more you go over it, the darker it gets. So, you know, right now it looks like that just because I don't have a lot of pigment on it. But if I were to keep on going, it would get darker. Okay, so now I'm gonna be on my third color, and it looks like this. And it's called Fierce. If it decides to load. So, anyway, it's called Fierce. And this color, I would just use it on its own if I were my dirty blonde color. But since right now my hair looks like a really dark brown and it has the red tip, that's why I haven't been doing like brown. I've been like more like this dark color. So just go over it again. Alright, so see how it looks? And you can do whatever you want with your eyebrows. You could do whatever shape you like. I just tend to go to, I just like how my eyebrows look like this, so that's why I always do them this way. Okay, so now moving on, for the concealer, I just cleaned the brush, you know, I cleaned this brush. And then, you know, my skin is pretty light, so I feel like Fabulous would be the one that works the best for me. I'm still trying to figure the colors out, but, you know, the ones I've used so far are pretty on point. And the concealer works the same way. You just wet it. And grab pigment, and then what I do is trace out. Now this concealer is pretty on point with my skin, so if you don't see it, it's not you, it's actually that the concealer is actually pretty on point. Okay, so then I go to the top part. I think I still had some brown on my brush, but you get the idea, right? Oh, it's kind of dried up a little weird here. Put too much. And I like to buff it out with the other side. And then to give it like a little more, how would you say this? A little more, like if I were to wear eyeshadow, then I would use, for like a highlighter, I would use Curious, which is this one. And it looks like this. Like, can you see the shimmer? Anyway, so And with this one, you don't really need a lot just because it goes a long way. Just a little bit goes a long way. So then, kind of like this. And I think this is too much, actually. I just put this right here. And I just place it wherever I see the lightest skin color. And then, before it dries, I like to kind of dim it down a little bit so it doesn't look too harsh. And then, I know it doesn't, you can't tell, but it looks like really shimmery. Anyway. Could do it with your fingers too, actually. Anyway, so that's how you go from this to this. This kind of looks weird because I think I put too much. Let me see. I need a mirror. Oh no, it actually looks nice. But on camera, it looks like I did too much. But it actually looks nice. Like, it looks natural if I look at myself in the mirror. But if it's on camera, it's like not really registering right. But anyway, that's how I do it. You know, if you guys didn't understand like what I was saying at the beginning, you can always leave me a comment below, and you know, I can just wait to grow my eyebrows again and then actually show you what I was telling you, because I am such a horrible explainer. You know, I hate explaining to people just because I know I'm so bad at it. So actually thumbs up this video if you actually understood what I told you. Just kidding. Like the video if you actually liked the tutorial, and if you didn't really catch on, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna leave the products I used on the description box down below. And yeah, I'll see you on my next video. And if you want more videos like these, just let me know, and I will try my best to do them. I know I've been slacking on videos, but it's just, you know, with 2 little ones, and then sick baby, and then Christmas coming, and then work, you know, it's all like getting all bleh. But no excuses. I will post my next video whenever I figure out what I'm gonna actually do a video about. So thank you for watching, and have a good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, nice weekend. Anyway, see you soon. Bye.